check out this Note 4 that came in for data recovery last week. I'm just getting to it now. So that's what's in the box here. There's not much left of it. We actually only got half a phone. That's what we got left. Originally, when the client brought it in, I thought there's no chip though, but it was on the other side. So there it is here. Hope camera can catch focus on this. There we go. That's all we got. So we're gonna do chip off on that phone. This is a dual layer chip, so we have 2 chips stacked in each other. I've done this previously for YouTube video, but let's remove it. What's going to be challenging in this particular case is mounting it in the BGA Rework station, which is the infrared machine behind me, behind the camera there. So mounting it just so we can get enough grip so we can come in with our tool and we can kind of shimmy it between the chips and lift it. So let's mount it and see how it goes. Here we are in our infrared rework station. So the issue I was talking about is there's no real way to mount this chip right here, or whatever's left of this board, to mount it in here. Let me get a bit of zoom here. So that's all we have to work with is this tiny board. So normally we have a whole board, so we can kind of mount it onto these things here, and we can mount it with a bit of this tape. This tape is super adhesive, but the problem is now we're gonna have a problem mounting it. So let me get a good angle here. I think the only way is going to be to mount it like that. It would be useful if I had some kind of clamps that I could hold it down that wouldn't melt, but I guess we're gonna have to work with what we have. I'm gonna adjust this. I also need the probe here so I can see what the temperature is like. No, I'm not gonna leave the probe just like that. We're gonna have to tape it with some of that adhesive aluminum tape. I don't know what's the real name for these tapes, but there it is. So we're gonna get the probe up here. First things first, we need it to not to move, so we mount it here. And we got one more piece that's gonna go somehow. That's gonna be tough. Maybe we can put it over that. And now we're covering the probe, so the probe is not going to work correctly. So I'm going to push the probe in. So there's the probe. And we're going to start removing it. Okay, so we got the chip mounted. Let's put a bit of flux in here. Hopefully it goes all around. I might have to fix some of this tape here because it's in the way. And of course I put the flux on the tape. Okay, then let's put some more flux here. Alrighty then. So the next step is to swing the arm on this thing, and let's hit start. So I'm gonna use my trusty tool here to go in between the layers. And now that I wear glasses, I can see better when I'm going in between layers. So I'm probably gonna speed this portion up because this will take at least 10 minutes to slowly heat up, so then we can separate the 2 chips and we can read the chip. So here's the chip. So left it. Let's clean it up a little bit and put in a reader and see if it reads. Okay, so here's the chip. We're gonna go clean it now. Put it on the microscope. So I don't know if I'm gonna film the overhead view because I've already done it a bunch of times. So let me see if my camera's hooked up. and then we're gonna film just the top view quickly. You're gonna speed through it, and I'm gonna put in a reader and see if it works. So the chip has been cleaned. Here we go. Let's put this guy into the reader and see if it shows up. We're probably going to use USB stabilizer. So chips in, clamp it down, and let's plug it into USB stabilizer. So if you remember this case from last video, I'm still running it. We need the USB stabilizer, so we're going to stop it. We're going to create a new task in PC-3000. So I'm not gonna use a screen capture this time. I'm just gonna point the camera at the screen. Power's on. I had to play around with it a little bit because it wasn't showing up at first, but there it is. So let's make a new case. Okay, there it is. Finally showed up. So we go next. Let's get a copy. File image, okay. And we're just gonna hit start and we're gonna create an image. Let's see if it reads. Yeah, so it's reading, so you can see it's reading here. So it's definitely working. Let's stop this. We can see multiple partitions, so it is definitely working. Let me move the camera here so we can see better. So we see all the partitions here. So that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna make an image of this and take it to Cellebrite. You've seen that in other videos. That's it for this case. Super simple, super easy, nice and easy chip off. That's what I like to do sometimes. I don't like when the cases don't work very well, but this one worked quite well. So that's gonna be dumping now as an image. Like I said, it's going to go to Cellebrite, and we're going to contact the client with their data. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.